So guys, the iPad Air just came out and I've been testing it for a few days now, and as much as I like the Air and my iPad Pro, I still find myself grabbing the Mini for most things. There's just something about this little guy that makes it so fun to use, and I know a lot of you guys love it just as much as I do. And it's been a minute since we did a best accessories video, so let's do one. Let's ramble.
Hold up, things go wild when I pull up. They all on me like it wants.
Hey, what's up guys? It's great to see you all again, and if you're new here, I'm Patrick and this is where I ramble about tech and other stuff. So one of the reasons I like the Mini so much is its size. You can literally take it anywhere, it fits in your coat pocket or your gym bag for that matter, which is where I've been taking this guy a lot lately. I'm trying to leave my phone at home or in my car when I go to the gym so I can actually switch off at least for that 1 hour. But I do keep track of my workouts using a couple of apps, so I take my iPad Mini to the gym instead. That way I don't get calls or messages, but have all the apps that I need with me. Now, why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because of this accessory. Some viewers have been complaining that I review too many expensive accessories and they would like to see some budget options. And that's fair enough, you know. A couple of weeks ago, a company called Heka reached out to me, which is basically a marketplace for reasonably priced tech. And they asked me if I wanted to try out some of their stuff like this Xiaomi Mi Band 6. And you know I'm an Apple Watch user, but the Apple Watch can be quite distracting as well. So I thought it might be cool to try this thing in the gym, and I have to say I'm really impressed, like legitimately. Heka sells these things for like 35 bucks, and that's not even 10% of an Apple Watch. So for those of you who want a budget, well, here you go. Obviously, it's not the full-blown smartwatch the Apple Watch is. It doesn't take calls, it doesn't have a mic or speakers, but it's an excellent fitness tracker. It has a very bright, very crisp OLED display, which can be removed from the band so you can swap it out for a different one. It has a heart rate sensor and an SpO2 sensor on the back. It is water resistant, so you can actually shower and swim with this, no problem. It tracks 30 different exercises, of which 6 have auto tracking. So they start recording your workout automatically as soon as you start doing it. And it has an enhanced sleep tracker, which I like much better than the one on the Apple Watch, which in my opinion is pretty poor. Besides, even if the sleep tracker on the Apple Watch was better, which it isn't, the battery kind of sucks. So if you want to track your sleep on the Apple Watch, you're gonna have to find some time to charge it during the day because it won't last longer than 24 hours. Not this one, because this one has 2 weeks of battery life. The feature that I really like is the smart heart rate tracker, which warns you whenever it doesn't register an exercise, but it detects a change in your heart rate. That can be very useful as an extra layer of personal safety. Long story short, this thing can do a lot for a ridiculously low price. And for you guys, my viewers, it's gonna be even cheaper because Heka gave me a code, Patrick10, which will give you $10 off if you purchase anything over 29 bucks. Which means you can pick up this fitness band for like $25. I mean, come on. Anyway, link in the description, go fetch yours. This next accessory is the one that I'm personally pretty excited about, and that is the dock case. If you've been to this channel before, you know I've been really into these NVMe enclosures lately because they're really cost-effective ways to expand your storage on all of your devices. Dedicated SSD drives are very expensive, especially the fast ones, and the more storage you want, obviously the more expensive they get. With an NVMe enclosure, you can just buy much cheaper internal SSDs and stick them in these enclosures, which basically turns them into external SSDs. I like this one by Dockcase a lot, not just because it looks sleek and it fits the aesthetic of Apple products, but also because it has a special safety feature. Using SSDs with portable devices, you're bound to knock it off of your device at some point. They're not in there very securely, and it's very easy to unplug them by accident. Obviously, that's not good news, and it can even lead to a loss of data. This thing has a little capacitor inside which charges when you plug it in, and it will retain about 10 seconds of writing time even after a power cut, which gives you time to plug it back in without any kind of damage or data loss. It comes with this 2-in-1 cable, which is pretty neat, and a little screwdriver, making it super easy to install the SSDs yourself. It also has fantastic heat dissipation, so it doesn't get too hot at all, and you can buy some accessories like a silicone case for it. It is currently still on Kickstarter, I believe till the end of the month, so you can still snag it at 30% off the MSRP at 65 bucks. This next accessory is by a company called Aohi, and maybe you actually have heard of them before, but I hadn't until I featured one of their little tiny GAN chargers on my channel, which I absolutely love. It's called the Mac Cube, and it goes with me everywhere I go because it is so tiny, but it really packs a punch, a 65-watt punch to be exact, that will charge most of my devices. So when they sent me its bigger brother, I thought I would share this with you as well because the little charger It charges pretty much everything except my MacBook Pro. And since I got the new 14-inch M1 Max MacBook Pro, that computer and my iPad mini have become my favorite travel duo. And this charger is perfect for that because it will charge them both. And it's still relatively small for a 100-watt charger. So how is that possible? It's possible because these are GaN chargers, which means they don't produce as much heat, and therefore they don't need a lot of space for heat dissipation, which keeps the body very small, nice and compact. It has a dual USB-C port and intelligent power allocation, which means it will deliver the exact amount of power your device needs. The second reason why I'm so into these AOHi chargers is because they come with these special cables that are not just nice, I mean they're high quality braided cables, but they also actually show you how much charge is flowing into your device. And maybe I'm just a nerd, but you're watching this video, so I'm pretty confident that you are too. It has retractable prongs, which is awesome, except when you live in Europe like I do, and you'll need one of these little adapters. Or if you tend to travel a lot and you need more ports, you can look into something like this. This is the Zendur Passport 3, which is basically a travel adapter on steroids. It has all the plugs for US and Australia, the UK and Europe. So I can plug my AOHi charger into this one and use it in a European wall plug. But this one is actually also a USB charging hub in its own right. And as such, it has 3 USB-C ports, 1 USB-A port, and 1 dedicated fast charging 65-watt charging port for devices that require a little more power. And that makes it perfect for the iPad mini because it will charge that in no time. So this thing alone will go a long way. So if I bring this one and my AOHi charger, I don't need to bring anything else on my trip, which is really nice. Oh, and it also has an auto reset fuse, so if something would happen to the electricity, it will be up and running again in a few seconds. I have a bunch of really cool, innovative accessories left, but first, a little word from our sponsor, Paperlike. You already know it's the one accessory I can't live without. It is the one that I order straight away every time I get a new iPad, simply because I love taking handwritten notes on my iPads, but I hate the way the Apple Pencil feels on the glass surface of the iPad. It's too slippery, and my handwriting looks even worse than it already is. Paperlike mimics the feeling of writing on actual paper. You get more control of the pencil when writing, sketching, or drawing due to the paper-like resistance and roughness. It makes your handwriting look much prettier. It also drastically reduces the glare and fingerprints, but because of the nanodots technology, it doesn't make your screen look grainy. If you use an Apple Pencil, I can highly recommend getting a Paperlike. Every order includes a set of 2 Paperlike covers and application accessories. They offer worldwide shipping, so if you want to try it out for yourself, there's a link below the video. Alright, moving on to a series of accessories by a brand that I have really come to appreciate, and that is Moft. I love how creative these guys are with their use of magnets, and they're constantly dreaming up ways to make using your iPad more efficient. What I like about Moft is that their stuff is modular, so you can use them as individual products, but they also work great together. Like this stand here, it's one of my favorites, and it folds down super small. As you can see, it slides right into your back, but when you open it, it turns into a stand that you can bend into all different kinds of angles. Everything works on the basis of magnets, so if you're not using a magnetic case, you can just slap on one of these magnetic stickers and use it like that. But they also make these cool little back covers that also hold the Apple Pencil, which is really neat. But that also means you can leave this on your iPad and snap it onto the stands just like that, which is by far my favorite way of using it. A second way of using this back cover is in conjunction with the Moft tablet stand, which is also quite nice. You can just leave this on all the time, and whenever you want to set the tablet down somewhere, you just fold it out and put it down like this. Again, it's possible in multiple different angles. And lastly, there is the Snap Pad. One side is magnetic, so it snaps onto the case like that, and the other side is this washable, sticky surface that sticks to just about anything, and afterwards you just wash it down with some water and it stays sticky forever. I like using it in the kitchen, where I just stick this thing onto one of the kitchen cabinets, snap the iPad mini on there, and watch some YouTube videos while I'm cooking. You can also fold it down like this, so it becomes a little shelf. You can put your iPhone on there, or even the tablet, depends on your preference. As you can see, they make really thoughtful stuff. Everything works individually, but it also works really great if you put it together. It's not very expensive either, so links to everything in the description. Now, one last accessory that I really want to share with you is this really dope keyboard by NuFi. It's called the Air 60, and it's called that because it's a reduced size keyboard at 60% of the full size. I love the way it looks, and the size is just perfect to go with the iPad mini. NuFi sent this to me as a preview to try it out and review it for you guys. It's a mechanical keyboard. which makes a very nice typing experience, although you do need to be aware that this will be making a lot more noise than, say, an Apple Magic keyboard. You can choose between Gatoron red, blue, or brown switches, and you can order extra Coast keycaps which have a very slim profile for just 10 bucks. This folio case, which I might actually like even more than the keyboard itself, will be included, and you can actually use this case to prop up your iPad for typing, which basically turns it into a portable mini desk setup. I don't know, I really like innovative little gadgets like this. Of course, you can use it with a bunch of other devices as well, both Mac and Windows. There's actually a little switch on the back that lets you switch between Windows and Mac, and you can connect it both via wired and Bluetooth. The keys and switches are hot swappable and backlit for you RGB lovers. The NuFi Air 60 will be on pre-sale from March 29th onwards for 1 month, and it will cost $109. But not for you guys, because NuFi was kind enough to offer a 10% discount for my viewers. So if you want to get this thing, make sure you use the code Patrick. You can get this keyboard at a reduced rate. Alright guys, if you enjoyed the video, please give it one of these. It really does help the channel. Subscribe for more content. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one.